Hello, everybody. What's going on, collective? So today we are talking about ceromancy. Ceromancy is all about divination using wax, how to read your novena or your 7-day candle. This is what we're talking about today. I want to get you guys used to reading your own candle, your flame, your glass, and sometimes the wax. There are several times that I have people reach out to me to ask me about their reading on their candle. What does this look like to you? What do you see? And guys, I want you to learn this on your own, because whatever is going on in your life, you have to trust in your instincts. Okay, when you're looking at your candles, and tap into what is particularly the image that you see, and it will mean the most to you. Okay, if that makes sense. Whatever's going on in your life, it will show within that wax, on that candle, in that flame. Now first, let's talk about the candles. Candles have been used by people since the dawn of time for many different reasons. Okay, you have we're not going to go over all the different kinds of candles, but it all has a spiritual purpose in rituals as well as spell work. Your candle should have the power to draw you into the flame. It should have the power to soothe you. It should have the power to open up your eyes to the messages that are being sent your way with this candle. And y'all, how your candle burns holds really, really deep significance to how it burns. Things like the strength of the flame, the direction of the flame in which it's tilted when you light it, and the color of the smoke that the candle gives off are all clues to the spiritual insights that they hold. So another powerful way to gain a reading or from your candle is to study how the wax burns. Okay, I usually burn 7 days, which are glass novena. I burn mostly 50-hour candles, which are glass, and I also burn pillar and tea lights. Now with the wax burning, you can be able to, such as pillar candles, any type of wax candle that does not have an encasing, you'll be able to read a candle's melting and when it hardens. This is called ceromancy. Ceromancy is one of the most ancient type of divinations. It is. Within wax drippings, y'all, this will provide hints into how effectively your magic is working, and if your messages are being blocked or if they're being thwarted by someone or an energy source. This is a good way to read it. Now, uncovering the hidden meaning of your candle wax can be done in two different ways. The first is to examine and interpret the natural form that is left after the wax has burnt down. Usually when you burn a pillar candle in a candelabra, it'll hold its shape when it burns. And I have read several times, I could see when I did, just for example, I did, what was that work I was doing? Reconciliation work. The client was trying to reconciliate with her partner, and he was trying to make it work. And within the candle flame, the wax burning, I saw two people, one down here and one up here. And from what I thought was she, and it was holding on. She was here holding on to him, and he wanted to kind of be released. So that is how I interpreted that. They broke up now, I'm just saying. So she was holding on to crumbs, as you know how I talk, crumbs. So that was a read that I did that came into fruition. So again, the way the wax pools when the candle burns down, the way it drips on the sides of the candle, or if the wax drowns the wick, It all has a meaning. And if you are doing spiritual work, or if you're burning your own work, you're doing your own candles, you should know how to read your flow, your candle, your wax. Um, because during the burning process, the wax melts and forms images. It'll form a message. You can see transient images form that the wax takes as it is melting. All these images can appear as tears. Well, I call it tears. Other people may say droplets, but we call it tears in hoodoo. If the tears melt and disappear by the time the candle is finished burning, it is believed that any sorrow you carry will pass quickly. Now, it is said if the tears harden and remain on one side of the candle, that you may be burdened with your sorrows for a long time to come before you achieve your desired goal. I'm going to give you just a couple of examples so you'll have these. Take, for instance, if you are burning an abundance or Shango candle as part of a money drawing ritual or prosperity ritual, and the wax spills over onto your altar and then it dries on your monetary offerings, the spell is working and the money has been blessed. Good sign. Another example would be if you have conducted a love, let's say a love drawing ritual, and you added a love or affirmation pillar candle into your ritual, and a heart shaped wax puddle, it's heart shaped wax puddle forms after you burn, it's a good sign. Obviously, right? Another example, if you are doing a marriage spell and you incorporating a marriage candle into the ritual, you're going to observe which figure, because we're going to use figure candles in this. We're going to use a bride, groom, bride, groom, however you flow. But you're going to use figure candles. You're going to watch which one burns more quickly, right? And you're going to say why. It can be said that this partner is the more eager of the two to get married and may dominate the other after the marriage ceremony has been formed. So y'all got to watch that too. Which one burns faster than the other, that type of notion like that. All right, so the first part of this was all about freestanding candles. Freestanding meaning no encasement, no glass, no nothing. It's just a pillar candle. Next, we're going to talk about novenas or glass candles. And these are often used in hoodoo work. This is mostly what I use. So when you are burning in a glass candle, we're going to just say glass candle from here on out. When you are burning that type of candle, the waxy residue left behind can offer you clues as well. If there is a lot of wax remaining at the bottom of the glass after the candle has burned, there may be some unfinished business left for you to explore and address. Okay? Don't think that spell, oh, let me just go on to the next when this spell is done. No, ma'am, no, sir. If there's a lot of wax left in that candle, regardless if it burns clear, if it has a lot of white soot, if it has a lot of wax left, there's unfinished business left for you to explore. Okay? A second candle or a second ritual may need to be conducted to fully resolve any lingering issues, as well as it's not just lighting the candle too, y'all. It's mindset. So you got to think about your mindset and how you are flowing within any works that you are doing. Wax left on the sides of the glass could mean that you are subconsciously blocking yourself from achieving your heart's desires. I get that a lot in client works. The work will burn clear. It will have white soot, but it will also have a lot of wax surrounding the glass. And this just means subconsciously my client is blocking their own work. Next, we're going to talk about the black soot. Okay, we all know that black soot is a no-no in candle magic. Let's talk about it. So look for any black soot left behind after your last candle has burned. If the soot is mainly at the top half of your candle, the obstacle you were trying to overcome has been unblocked. If it's lightly black soot, not just like black like that. No, I'm talking about lightly black and then going clear. All right. Soot appearing the entire length of the candle or at the bottom of the candle should be taken as a warning that there is negative energy that is blocking your path. Okay. At that time, you may want to consider performing an uncrossing ritual to counter the negativity. All right, so we're going to go into the white soot. We all know that's a good thing. Any white soot left on the glass is a positive message from the spirits. It is a method of spiritual communication, letting you know that your request has been received and your prayers have been heard, not granted. And this is where my clients get it mixed up. I'm here to tell you. Spiritual communication within the white soot is always a positive thing. It is only saying that spirit has received and heard your message. Not that it's 100% going to be answered. Because at the end of the day, the candle is done. But is your flow going to stay correct? You understand what I'm saying? Is your flow going to hit all the key points? They heard you. It's a good sign. Go after it. But this is where there is a break in communication. When you see white soot, it just means they heard it, heard your prayer. You still have more work to do after this candle. You understand? Okay. Next, we're going to talk about reading the flame of your candle as it burns. And this can add an extra dimension to your understanding of your work. Okay? We're going to talk about some common things. We're going to go with positive first. Why not? Let's talk about the positive side of things. If the flame is bright, a nice bright flame indicates that you have chosen the right work and you've given it enough power to achieve your goals. Okay? Hot. If the flame is a hot flame, it indicates good energy and the ability through resistance to your goal. A flame that is too hot, it's a difference, may indicate you are being too heavy-handed and you need to be a little bit more gentler when you do your work. Heavy-handed meaning just too many herbs, too much oil. It can make your candle flame too hot. Y'all pay that in mind. Another one is when your flame is dancing. It's dancing, it's jumping around. A dancing flame indicates that a spiritual communication is in your favor. The spirits are participating with you and wish you to know that they are assisting you towards achieving your goals. This is especially a good omen for candles offered to saints, good candles offered to ancestors and other specific deities or spirits. When it pops and crackles, a popping sound, which may be accompanied with a small explosions of wax, you'll hear it crackling and popping, indicate barriers being broken and obstacles being removed. Now, white smoke coming from the flame. The presence of this means you getting spiritual assistance. Okay? Someone in the spirit realm wishes you know that they are helping you achieve your goals. Okay? It may also indicate a certain spirit has a desire to communicate with or work with you too. Did y'all know that? Especially if you're burning ancestral works for a certain ancestor or something of that nature, or a certain deity. If you see white smoke coming from the flame, this is a good sign that they're here to help, baby. So let's talk about the negative side. Okay? When your flame is dim, it indicates conflicting magic or goals. It may indicate a lack of clear intent from you. I tell you guys to write your petition in clear, precise, paint the picture, colorful, make it vibrant. This is a clear picture of your petition. But if your flame is dim, it means a lack of clear intent. You didn't write that petition right. Your mindset is not in the right space. It's a lot of things. It can also indicate a lack of power. Where's power at, y'all? Power is always in the mind. So it indicates a lack of power. It can also indicate a very exhausted practitioner. I never do works for me. If I'm tired, if I'm stressed, if I have anxiety, if I have just fatigue, anything of that nature, I'm sick, I just don't feel good, my head is, I won't light your work. Any work that I do, I will not light it in that moment. Another negative is a cool flame. A cool flame will indicate that it's slow acting or sluggish work, and that you may be approaching the problem from the wrong angle. That's what that means. So you're thinking that, example, you doing a separation breakup work, and you thinking that your husband or your man is in between relationships with you and target, and you do the flame work on the target, which is the other woman. And sometimes we need to do the work on his ass. You understand what I'm talking about? So that could be a cool flame, that you may be approaching the problem from the wrong angle, that she's not your issue, he is. Makes sense? Another negative is a flickering flame. A flame that flickers, threatening to go out, indicates that there is not enough power in the work to make the changes being requested by the practitioner. You're gonna add more prayers, and if by spirit led you to do so, more ingredients may be needed. I'm gonna tell you about client work that I'm burning right now. Okay, client work that I'm burning right now. If I'm burning your work, it most of the time stays lit, unless I'm gonna be gone for a long time. This particular work that I'm doing now, I left home, went to the store, came back, and it was completely out. Okay. So that means when it goes out, that a flame is a strong indication that this type of work will not be effective for the intended goal. And I have to do a private working for her, a private video for her, to let her know this. Baby, what you asking for? Your flame went out. So I need for you to rethink and rework, and you ain't doing something right. Something's going on, boo. Okay? So if it flickers, it means it's threatening to go out. It's very small. It indicates that there is not enough power in the work to make the change that you need. Okay? If it goes out, get out. Cleo on my altar, y'all. But if it goes out, if a flame goes out, it's the indication that the work will not be effective for the intended goal. Okay? Next, we're going to segue into black smoke from the flame. And black smoke indicates the presence of a spiritual opposition, warfare to your work. If black smoke continues all throughout the work, It means that you've been targeted and you need to do protection work or heavy protection work. Okay? If black smoke comes and continues throughout the work. In the flame, though. I'm going to give you a couple of other scenarios. Sparks. If you have sparks, sparks indicate conflict, proactive and uncomfortable changes, or aggressive actions. Sparks. Okay? If it's hissing, hissing indicates whispering. Somebody's gossiping or spreading rumors about you. Wailing, loud sound, wailing, indicates that somebody associated with the situation has been or will be shedding tears or loudly complaining very soon. It can also indicate severe physical pain. I have never had a wailing candle, but that is what it means. So, a hoodoo flame reading, if it's positive, you will see a bright flame. It'll be hot. It'll dance. It'll pop. You'll see a yellow flame as well as white smoke or soot. If it's negative, it'll be very dim. It'll be cool. It'll flicker. It'll burn blue. It'll go out. You'll see black smoke or soot. Other things you need to look at too is sparks, hissing, and whistling, and wailing as well. I hope this has helped you. I hope this has given you a lot of information on how to read a candle, flame, or wax. This is just a small part of it. It dives a little bit more into it as well, but this is just the basics for anyone who is starting out in the path. You love to burn your own candles, but you need to be able to read the simple things. Okay, so I hope that helped. Guys, don't forget to like, subscribe, share, support my channel. Is greatly appreciated. Come on in and shop some Conjure, baby. Visionsbyvasori.com. You already know. Guys, if you flow with me, again, I am available for client works. I am also taking readings right now. All right. Thank y'all for watching. Blowing blessings. Bye.